Going. Welcome back to another video. I have filmed this one already, but it got deleted for some reason, or I lost all the footage, which drove me nuts. So this is round 2 for me. In this video I want to show you how I went from skinny little chicken bone weasel thing to how I look right now, which isn't amazing. I'm on the way, right? And I think the progress I've made in 2.5 years, realistically, is quite good for a natty, right? Even though I don't look massive yet at all. Obviously, I want to make this video so I can sort of prove to you that you can do it, right? When I started off, I didn't have no hope for myself, right? I didn't have any confidence in me getting to where I'm at now, let alone where I'm going to be in 2 more years, and 2 more years after that, and then 5 more years after that, you know? I don't think I've done too badly, you know? I've gone from 6'2", probably 50 kilos to 6'2", 85 kilos, and I've stayed lean the whole time, which is not really what people are doing nowadays, you know? Most people are just getting chunky. They're just putting on as much size as they can. They get fat, which is fine. If you want to get, you know, go for a serious bulk, do it. But I've never been someone who wanted to look out of shape just so I could look in shape eventually. I think there's no point in making yourself not look great and not feeling great about yourself when you can do it, you know, and stay relatively lean. I mean, this is the fattest I'm going to get. I'm quite fat right now, to be fair, where I think I am, but basically, I'm going to run you through some meals, training styles, lifestyle shit on how to put size on that you probably want to put on. Without further ado, let's get into it. If you are a fresh spawn, right, and you've just started, there are a few things you're worried about in the gym. Getting in there is quite difficult, I can understand that, right? Especially if you're on your own. Advice I'd give to you, just fucking go in. Like, nobody cares what you're doing. There's going to be no judgment upon you by anyone who matters, right? If there is some weirdo in there who you think might be like talking shit or looking at you, realistically, who gives a fuck, right? Because they're just a gimp. But also, that just doesn't happen. Like, everyone in there is just in there to train, realistically. Like, the amount of times I get told by mates, oh, see, I've seen you in the gym a few times. And I'm like, oh, right. I don't think I've seen you because I've been so just focused on my workout. That's how everyone is in there, right? Nobody's staring at you, nobody cares, you know? Everyone's looking at themselves more than they're looking at you, trust me. So don't be nervous about going in there, because really it doesn't matter. Especially if you're like, if you're on your own, it's harder, right? I get that, right? Because you don't have anyone to go in with you. It's easier when you've got a mate who maybe's already been going, but realistically, the best thing you can do if you're worried, go online, find an influencer you like, right? Someone who, you know, you like who they are, you like their physique. Maybe grab their program, or you can probably find their program online for free somewhere in a Reddit link, right? I'm sure you'll be able to do that. Just follow the program, and that way, they've probably got videos about the program, doing the workouts and the exercises, so you can see what you should be doing. And just take it one day at a time, you know? Load up the video, whatever. Load up a how to grow your chest day by fucking Alex Eubank, right? That's how I learned to train, right? I would look up videos of people going how to grow your chest, and all their videos are normally based on their programs, or, you know, they use their workouts that they have in their program in their videos because that's what they've been doing. So realistically, the only motivator you should need is you, right? It'll get to a point, once you're a couple months in, where you start to notice the changes that the training's bringing to your body, and you should like them. And eventually, you know, you'll get to a place you're happy with, and it'll motivate you to keep going. And then you'll probably get to a point where you're like, shit, I'm actually way further than I thought I was ever going to get, and now I'm just going to keep fucking going to see what I can do, you know? Which is like, it would be very nice to be in that situation, I'm sure. Another motivation technique is just knowing that you're in the gym for a reason, knowing why you want to do it, and keeping yourself reminded that that's what you're doing it for, you know? Like, if you're in there and you're having a shit lift, it's easy to go, oh fuck this, I'm going home. But then if you think about, a couple months down the line, if you keep having shit lifts, you're just going to miss out on so much extra gains. I don't know, you may as well stay and get it done. That's how I think anyway. Like, starting off, you are literally going to have to, you're going to have to allow like a 3-month segment, right, of where 3 months is crazy, it might even be a year, where you don't know how to train yet, right? Especially if you're just starting, like you don't know how to train. You can watch as many videos as you like, they're not going to teach you, you're not going to be able to take away from a video learning how to train properly, because it's never going to happen. You're never going to learn to ride a bike by watching a YouTube video or reading a fucking science paper, right? It's just not going to happen. So you need to get in there and do it, bro. It's like that scene from Tokyo Drift, right? There's no wax on, wax off with drifting. You learn by doing it, right?
Rico on the beat, bitch.
Lifting, honestly, is like a puzzle, and if you don't have all the pieces put together, it's never going to work, right? Because if you're missing one of the things that you need to do, you're going to make much, much less gains. From my experience, you need to be locked in, hitting everything that you need to hit properly, right? Not just working out, but sleeping, eating, cardio. You've got to do it all. It's all got to be to lead to you actually making gains, which is kind of cool, but it kind of takes over your life. So get ready for that if you're new to lifting and, it's something you're about to start. But yeah, I definitely think the best way to, make any sort of growth is not just how you're training, but also, making sure you're hitting every staple of what lifting is. And it's the only way it works, bro. That's the only thing. Like, you can be doing everything perfect, but if you're not eating any protein, you're not going to grow. You can be eating 300 grams of protein, but if you're not lifting properly, you're not really going to grow. If you can be eating 300 grams of protein, fucking lifting amazingly, having insane water intake, but you're only sleeping for 4 hours a night and you're stressed, you're not going to grow, right? So you got to make sure you are locked in. Here's another subject I want to touch upon, right? And that is pre-workouts. Pre-workouts, probably the best thing to ever exist. The basics of them are non-stim, right? Pump serums, you may hear them referred to as, along with high stim or stim caffeinated, heavily caffeinated pre-workouts. I'm a bit of a connoisseur, right? I've got them all. This is by far one of my favourites. Pre-workout. Tips for this shit: if you're taking a pump, I would have it probably 40 minutes before training, and obviously the difference is there's no caffeine in one of these. This is a pump only, 2 scoops. So essentially what this is going to do is it's going to allow my blood vessels to dilate. Those vasodilation will be maxed, right? That's essentially what this shit does, which means you're going to get a crazy pump, and that should lead to a better workout. I believe this has similar ingredients, but there's no caffeine in this one. And obviously 500 milligrams of caffeine is going to give you a crazy experience in the gym. You're going to be fucking twitching, you're going to be tweaking, you're going to be ready, you're going to be fucking driven, you're going to be focused. So if you're not supplementing, this isn't really a supplement, but I would call it a supplement, to be honest, because of all the caffeine. You've got L-citrulline, beta-alanine, glycosides, CPD, choline. Like, there's so much stuff in all these. Basically, do your research on one of these, because they're all slightly different, right? This one has dopamine enhancing properties, right? I don't actually know the science behind it. I've forgotten it. So basically your dopamine receptors will be a lot more spongy, I think, and you'll feel really good about yourself. There's still beta-alanine, so it still makes you a bit tingly, right? But you won't be up till 2 in the morning not cranking it. Vitamin B3, B12, and salt, citrulline, malate, hella stuff. Creatine in this as well, even though I don't really fuck with creatine, right? I normally mix, I do both, right? I'll do 2 scoops of pump 40 minutes before I train. Depending on the day, 1 or 2 scoops of caffeinated pre just before I lift, because I'm a bit weird with the timing, right? Normally you're supposed to have your caffeinated pre 20 minutes before you lift so you can wait for it all to hit, but I metabolise that shit quick, and within 5 minutes I am fucked. Fucking like, let me just go. That's me. Highly recommend pre-workout if you're new to the gym. Try not to become dependent on it like I am, because it's not good for you. It's not good for you, it's not bad for you, right, realistically, in my opinion. As long as you're not doing it 5 times a day, you're going to be fine. So I'm going to talk about other suppies later on in the video, after we hit this lift. A little bit more information. Today I've had my first meal, my one and only meal so far, which was 250 grams of Greek yogurt mixed with 15 grams of Manuka honey, a mass gainer scoop of 60 grams, 100 grams of oats. We should be in quite a good position to train, realistically. I would have a banana before I train. I normally always have a banana before I lift, but we fucking ran out and I can't be asked to go to the shop. My tattoos are killing under this compression. I don't know if this is a good idea to wear this compression with fresh tats, but if you live in the UK, let me know which leg your balls are sticking to in this heat. Right boys, I've got my 7,000 grams of protein sitting there. Let's talk about some supplements, right? The basics that I take: cod liver oil, right, just some fish oil for the joints. Normally vitamin D3, 1 tab. Sleep supplement called Dream Sleep. These are all natural supplements. You can go and get like bloods done and see what you're lacking, but I sort of don't think I struggle too much with it. I just sort of stick to fish oils, a sleep supplement, which is all natural, like magnesium, fucking everything in it. Obviously the fish oil and a bit of vitamin D, just because in the UK, normally we don't have any sun, even though at the moment it's like fucking Greece outside, which is ideal. I don't really go mad on the supplements because I feel like if you're eating enough, you don't need to. I think that's a good place to leave this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Hope you can feel a bit more confident maybe going in the gym. Ideally, that's what the video's for. So leave a comment, leave a like, drop a sub. And yeah, boys, thank you for watching. Hope you have a good lift when you next hit one. Make sure you eat your protein, drink your water, and let's just get fucking big, boys. That's all this is about. Yeah. Catch you around. Catch you in the next one. Stay tuned. Peace out, brev.